أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله جعل عاقبة الصبر المثوبة والأجر.
الوالد تعيبين طال عمرك.
سلامات سلامات، عسى ما شر.
فشل كذا.
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. قدامك العافية إن شاء الله. ما شاء الله فهد، وين الشغل؟
علاقات عامة.
في خدمات العملاء طال عمرك.
تراني موظف في الوظيفة حقت الكول سنتر. السلام عليكم فهد بن ناصر، كيف أقدر أخدمك؟ هذاني ندفخة الله يرحم أمك لا أصدرك.
هلا بسوي.
مديرك مشتكي عليك وولد عمتك مطلع كفالة.
نحاول قد ما نقدر نبعد عن موضوع السجن وما السجن، لكن ضبط أمورك أنت وخل حواليك 60,000.
طيب واللي ما عنده 60,000؟
أعتذر منك، المبلغ اللي أنت طالبه 60,000 كثير علي شوية. ألف سلامة على الوالد، إن شاء الله قدام العافية.
احنا بناخذ الاثنين ذي نجربها، وانا بوزع رقم جوالك على الشباب.
أكيد.
واذا دقوا عليك قالوا حنا شباب حطين رد عليك.
تحت امرك طال عمرك.
لا دقيقة. بفتح. فهد، انتبه لنفسك، طيب؟ انتبه لأبوك، شيخ الله يشفيك.
ليه في اللي يخبرك وليه في البيتزا الله يسلمك. الحساب شبكة ولا ظرف؟
Hi, I'm Ali Kalthami. I'm from Saudi Arabia. I'm a filmmaker. I write and direct, and I have a film called Mandoob, which is translated to The Night Courier. Do you want me to talk about the film more?
Okay, talk about the film.
The film is about a lonely man in the city who delivers food. And Riyadh city, the capital of Saudi Arabia, has been going through a lot of changes, and it's expanding as we witness, and it's going through a lot of expansion as well. So this guy roams the city from houses to houses, being invisible in them, because he's just delivering food. But his life collapses, and he starts seeing stuff that he's not supposed to see, and we see some interesting stories with him, and it's about Saudi Arabia now, and the capital of Riyadh now, through the eyes of a lonely man. Yeah.
And could you be in trouble showing this underbelly of Riyadh, that the bootlegging and all this, or?
No, actually, we've submitted the film to the GCAM, which is giving you the rating system, and they gave us 15 years old who can watch it, and they loved the film. I think there is this perception about Saudi Arabia being very admin or protective or not okay with certain topics, but it's not. We are thinking of arts and cinema as a respected place that you can do stories, focus on human, talk about things that collectively we need to talk about. It's very important to talk about subject matters that we need to talk about through cinema. We're not doing journalism as well, we're doing cinema, and it's entertainment as well. So there is entertainment in film, and my film has entertainment and thrill, and some moments that will shock you, hopefully. And it's fun. It's been fun. There have been a lot of support around this film because it's honest. It's an honest film. It's about an honest opinion about a character. I was caring about this character so much. We did so much research about the life of a guy who delivers food, the city itself, and psychology of lonely men and a lonely man, and we wrote this film with a psychologist.
Okay.
Yeah, and after him reading the first 2 drafts, he said he diagnosed the character. He said this guy has forgot the name in English, but it's
there is a disorder there, though, right?
Disorder, yeah. It's a disorder of antisocial disorder.
Okay.
And stress disorder. So yeah, we are shining the light in the disorders and the human condition, in the mind condition. We live in a stressed life, and it's important to talk about it in cinema. So that's I'm hoping that we do some connect with people and for the people to connect with this character.
Okay. And tell me a bit more about his relationship with his sister, which I found a bit weird. That he protects her, but I don't know how it is that.
Well, and maybe Saudi and other countries like Saudi, we are inherited this idea that man is the household of the house, and he has a responsibility to provide, and it is a great responsibility. But Fahad is not able to provide, and he wants to be in that position, but he can't. But his ego is, not letting him accept help. And I think we, as men, we need to discuss, being in the position sometimes of accepting help and talking about it. But at the same time, he wants to help his sister, and I feel sometimes that he's jealous as well of his sister. So yeah, it is a weird relationship between a brother and a sister. But that's family. Family has rich material to think about when you're writing. But yeah, we are inherited these roles, and it's great to have a dialogue about them. Especially around these relationships and the roles that of women in this day and age. Yeah.
And about his relationship with the other woman, the one he likes, I found it a bit, because at the moment when he comes with her friends, I was as disappointed that she was. Well, how do you feel about that part?
I think there was romance in the film, and I was rooting for him to be romantic as well. Like, I relate to these kind of feelings, but at the same time, he's looking for love. He is really looking for love, and he wants to marry somebody. But in this day, this time and day and age, is very difficult to know and love somebody and get married very quickly. That, like, he wants the classical way of doing it, but it's not happening in the way that he wants to. So he assumes stuff. And I think we might agree and disagree on a lot of points about, like, okay, maybe she was too friendly with him, so he thought of something. So it is talking about the dialogue about friendship, friendship and the differences between friendship and workship and colleagues and workspaces and marriage and the classism, the classes, rich and poor, and it's interesting. It's always elements for drama. It's elements for humor. It's elements for romance. That's how I look at the world sometimes.
Okay. And tell me a bit about the casting and your collaboration with the protagonist, which is truly great, in the film.
I known this guy for 20 years. He's my close friend since university, but I've done so much comedy stuff with him. So I worked in comedies a lot with him. But this one we talked about, like, doing something different, doing something serious. So I wrote the first 2 scripts without him in my mind, but the third one, I said, no, it's him. I have to, like, his eyes, his behaviors are like so similar to the way that I think of Fahad. And he loved the character, and he delivered because he understands where Fahad come from. Because Mohamad comes from the same areas of where Fahad lives. So we really understand the character, and he always knows where to switch the comedy a bit, where it doesn't affect the story and it doesn't take out from the genre. There is some deleted scene where I deleted it was too funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so maybe I'll put it out later.
On the DVD.
yeah. But it was interesting to work with him. I worked with Mohamad Aldokhei, who was a guy who established a whole industry back in the 70s and the 80s. He's his father. He taught a lot of actors in Saudi. He's a great writer. He wrote Tash Matash, one of the most popular shows maybe in the Middle East in Saudi. I worked with him, and I'm so lucky that I've worked with him in this time. God bless him. And I worked with Hajar. Hajar never acted before, so it was a new face, and I'm excited that we worked together. Garawi was the co-writer, his boss, Abu Saud, his boss that they met in the toilet. It's actually the co-writer. So
really?
Yeah, we didn't. We were. Some other actor said, "I'm sorry, I'm not coming." So
Okay.
I told the co-writer, "You understand the character the most, so let's do it." And he did it greatly. Yeah.
Okay. The last question, I guess, is we have no time. Can you tell me what will you work next?
I'm thinking of. I want to do more humor now. Like, yeah, I want to go back to laugh. But at the same time, you never know. I have few projects in mind, ideas. I guess I'm waiting on if this Mandoob can be received in a way that I am hoping for, that I can continue developing these kind of genres more, you know. So I'm fighting for this genre.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Great. I guess that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.